The Mazda RX7 has been a dream car of mine for years now. It's a car that I would take screenshots of, learn all about them as much as I could, and honestly just stare at photos of them for hours on end because in my opinion, I think it is one of, if not the best looking JDM sports car ever made. So towards the end of 2022, I decided to start saving up and make that dream into a reality. But the longer I was trying to save up, the more expensive these freaking cars became. So unfortunately, I had to end up selling one of my cars, which was the 2005 Mazda Miata. It was the first car that I turboed. It was my first Miata, first Mazda at all. And it was kind of just a baby step to the RX-7. So I let that car go, I believe towards the end of 2023, in order to make this dream a reality. So with the Miata gone, I thought it was gonna be kind of easy to find one, but unfortunately they are a lot more rare than I was thinking. The first RX-7 that I found, honestly pretty close after selling the Miata, was a 1993. It was red, black interior, slick top. Pretty much everything that I wanted, but unfortunately the guy wanted too much and it wasn't as clean as I was hoping. I got the car inspected at Sakibom, which is pretty local to me. And unfortunately, the results didn't come back good and the guy was really firm on the price. So unfortunately, I had to pass on that one. So a couple months later, I ended up finding a 1995 black FD. It was actually found through another friend at Sakibom. That one was extremely mint, but unfortunately too mint and honestly just out of my price range. I thought I couldn't afford it, but honestly, the guy just wanted too much. And the thing was honestly just too nice. It didn't really need anything. So as far as content was gonna go, it just didn't work out. The last RX-7, which the one that I really thought I was gonna get, was a 1994. It was white with black interior. It wasn't a slick top, but the fact that it was white with black interior, I just wanted it really, really bad. It was actually relatively close to my house. I was looking at it forever. The owner of the car, he actually didn't want to sell it, but I ended up getting his number. And we were kind of talking back and forth over the course of a year. But unfortunately, like maybe about a month or two ago, I hit him up and he said he just wasn't ready to sell it. And I was ready to buy one. So unfortunately, I had to let that one go. This is my 1997 Mazda RX-7 Type R. I'm not fully sure what Type R even includes. So if someone knows, please let me know. But the story on how I got this, I actually reached out to the community, posted on my story, and said, does anyone know anything about RX-7s? Are they for sale? And I actually got a few leads. There was some, or most, were actually out of state, but there was one in particular that was actually pretty close to me, and I actually knew the guy who was selling the car. It just wasn't posted for sale yet. So, of course, I looked at this one first, and you can see what happened.
So, I'm not nervous, dude. I'm not nervous at all.
You're shaking in your boots.
I'm not nervous. What did I try to do? I tried to go through the door twice the wrong way. I got hit by the fucking door right now. And I also tried to put my truck in reverse and it wasn't even on. I can't even think straight right now. We had to stop at a little Starbucks. Had to go to the bathroom. How do I even get out?
Make it right.
We're like 5 minutes down the road. About to pull up. It is what it is. Are you nervous or it's just me?
I'm excited. I'm ready to see these cars.
I'm going to it like open mind, right?
Yeah, open mind.
Open mind and open wallet because it's not cheap. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm trying to say? Holy hell. This is crazy. I'm going to like meet this dude and be like, how's it going?
How's it going, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
Here's my wallet. Here's my cookies.
Yeah, just take it all. Just take it all.
Here's my card.
Yeah. We only have like two photos of the car, really. One photo.
They're not really, I don't even call them
and
photos.
It wasn't even a photo, it was a screenshot of a video thing.
It's a security camera.
I literally don't know anything. Driving pretty much 2 hours, hour and a half, and I know nothing. I don't know what year they are. I don't know what trim it is. All I know is it's RX-7.
Yeah, you don't know the specs. You don't know
nothing. If it starts and it's not leaking, yeah, that's all I know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what's a rotary engine? I don't know. I think it's got like 6 spark plugs. It does. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I feel like if it starts, I'm just gonna go based off normal stuff, right? Like, I know you're supposed to have like good compression numbers or whatever in the rotors, but if it doesn't leak, it doesn't make any crazy noises. Like the transmission's the same, right? Yeah. I don't know.
Are you tripping out or what?
We're here.
I mean, we're here. Both of them for sale. That's what they said.
But you know,
let me. How do you even sat in one? I don't even know. Which one's which?
Let's try to move.
Oh, what? This one has a little gauge? Oh, yeah, it does, huh? Holy shit, is this fucking the whip?
Let me see. Mira. Oh, shit, huh? How do I look? How do I look?
Let me see.
Let me see. They look nice.
You out?
Yeah, what?
Holy
What?
smokes.
What? It feels like a Miata transmission. Like exactly the same. So, it feels fucking... Nah. Hold up, bro. Hold up. I don't even know which one's which. That's the thing.
There it is.
How do you do the lights? I think there's a button for it.
Oh, they're already on.
I know, but I want to flip it. I want to put them down.
Antenna?
Did you hear that? How do you do the lights? I don't know nothing about this.
Ready.
Little Gretty.
Collision.
I feel like this is all like the gauges, boost gauge probably. All right, so yeah, pretty much where we're at is we're like an hour and a half away from home. Didn't realize I can't drive it. It's friggin' Japanese as all hell over here. So I need to get a trailer to bring it home and then get everything registered like how I have my other cars. So that's pretty much that. We're gonna wait on a report, wait on some feedback from a couple homies that do RX7 things. And if they give it the green light, then we give it the green light. You know what I mean? So that's it. Now, I've never owned an RX-7, and I knew that I wanted to get a pre-purchase inspection of the car before I was going to fork up all that money. So I did my best when I did my first initial impressions of the car, looked over the whole thing, probably spent about an hour or two over there looking everywhere. Of course, checking for leaks, checking some small things, anything that I could, but I knew that a compression test was gonna be necessary in order for me to feel confident on buying this car. So after my initial impressions, I knew the car looked clean inside and out. There's a couple broken clips in the interior. It was good enough for me to want to get the car a full inspection in order for me to buy the thing. So I actually ended up leaving, coming back a week later with a trailer and sending it back to Sakibom Garage to get this thing fully dialed in. We got David on the job, loading up, tying down, pulling up. Well, we're definitely late to our appointment to get this thing checked out by the homies over at Sakibom Garage, but hopefully we'll be there soon. This is my friend Chris. He's been working at Sakibom for years and lives, eats, and breathes RX-7, so I knew the car was gonna be in good hands. He spent about an hour looking over the car from top to bottom, and of course, a compression test. The compression test was pretty much the deciding factor if this was gonna be a buy or not. Luckily, the results came back solid, with over 100 PSI on both rotors. But with this being nearly a 30-year-old car from Japan, there was going to be some issues, which was to be expected. The biggest issues that were found with the car was a leaky oil pan, some worn out suspension components in the rear, the turbos showing signs of leaking, and the car does have some rust beginning to form in 4 small areas along the pinch welds. I took a bunch of videos of the affected areas and reached out to a few body shop guys to get their opinion. The answers were pretty much unanimous in saying that the affected areas can be repaired and not something that should scare me away from buying the car. After all things considered, I knew what I wanted to pay for the car, so I made an offer to the seller and we agreed on a price that we're both happy on. We're here, we're live, we're well. We're gonna get some 94. We're picking up the car right now, but we're pretty sure the car is tuned on 93. Just showed up here. I don't think I retuned at 91. We're throwing in the good stuff anyway. Also, we got some 2-stroke oil just in case. I think we're gonna throw a ½ ounce for each gallon just to play it safe. I'm pretty sure the car does still have an oil meter and pump, but we're gonna throw in the good stuff, like I said, and should be good. I'll say this, pulling up, picking it up. We got the gas that hopefully doesn't fall over. Either way, I'm not gonna boost the car. It's not tuned for this, so we just need to get it home, safe and sound, throw on the temp plate, and wish us luck. We're walking in. I mean, you know, we're here. How many times did we came back here? 3 times?
Probably the 3rd time.
This is the 3rd time we're back here. We locked in on it. The deal is done. The paperwork is here. We're gonna throw the temp plate on right now. We also, of course, need to fill it up with gas. Let's actually see if it has any gas. I don't know. We're about to find out.
Empty.
No gas, which is good because we want to fill it up. Whatever, let's get it. Huh? Now what? You see this little thing? I don't know what it says, but you know what I mean?
JDM, that's what it says right there. We made it here. Finally, no hiccups, no problems, just cruised all the way there. The worst thing is, of course, this car doesn't have AC, just like the Subaru. I was absolutely dying. Had the sun beaming right here. It was nearly 100 degrees, it was like 95. My face, look at it. Is the ear red?
A little red.
It's red. It hurts, but the car was honestly amazing. Initial impressions, it's just butter. I don't know how to describe it other than the engine and the trans. We were one. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, it just really felt super, super smooth. I didn't get crazy into boost, of course, because it's not properly really tuned yet. And but other than that, it's pretty sweet. I feel like I'm getting, you know, already pretty used to driving right-hand drive. I'm hyped on it. There's going to be many, many more videos to come. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll catch you in the next one. And that brings us to here. I finally own my dream car, and this is officially day one of restoring my dream car to the best of my ability. You guys are gonna be coming along with this whole journey of learning all about the car and honestly just enjoying it for what it is. I don't plan to go too crazy with this thing. I just wanna make it clean. It's honestly good enough as it sits. It's super fun to drive. My first experience driving right-hand drive was freaking sweet. But before I end this video, let's do a quick walk around of what this thing has, because it's pretty sweet. So of course, the wheels are not stock. Honestly, I think they're called like Liberty M something or others. It's like some cheap, probably knockoff wheel in Japan, nothing crazy. The tires are old, it is what it is. The brakes definitely need to be replaced. But it does sit pretty nice. It does have a set of coilovers. I would say it's kind of like an equivalent of like a BC, but from Japan. I think they're like $1,000 coilovers. Yeah, but on the outside, I mean, it's pretty much stock front bumper. I ended up taking off this little black piece for that front license plate. So there's a bunch of holes in it, but I kind of think it looks better than that horrible black license plate holder. Obviously no side skirts, no arrow, no wing, which honestly I feel like it's kind of desirable, no wing sometimes, because there's no holes in the trunk obviously. Yeah, from the back it doesn't really have anything crazy. It does have an exhaust, which is really quiet to be honest. There it is. At least it looks like big and whatever. The interior is pretty much stock also. The seats are stock, steering wheel is stock, shift knob is stock, carpets are stock. It does say RX7, you could barely see it. It's hiding in there. The only mods that are in here is the turbo timer here, Blitz turbo timer, and then also the Apexi boost gauge. And it does have a little doubled in. And sometimes when you start it up, it does do the little Watashi washita. I don't know what it's called. I mean, it has like, it's like something in Japanese when you start the car, which is honestly kind of sick. I think it's the toll thing. Isn't there something for tolls in Japan where it's like, I think that's what it is. And then the engine bay does have a few modifications. The only things that I could see are, it does have an intake. I believe it's like a RE Memia intake or whatever the hell it's called. Strut tower brace that I have no idea what brand it is. Could be Cusco, could be Greddy. Not sure, or just whatever it is. It's got some Greddy intercooler pipes, little Greddy for the intake here, and that's literally it. The only other modification that it has is something that's actually kind of nice that I would do anyway, which is the, I think it's called the Apexi Power Commander or Power FC. It's essentially just an ECU replacement that everyone does for every freaking RX7. And normally it does come with the little controller. It's like a little $500 controller, which it did have. I don't know who took it. But I'm just gonna end up picking one of those up. You plug it in with a little USB, I believe, and you could read all kinds of data. Very similar to like an access port for a Subaru. So I'm pretty hyped on that it came with it, because the ECU is like $1,500 or something like that. So it was a nice little bonus for picking up the car. But other than that, it's pretty much stock, as stock as it really can be. So I'm really, really hyped on it. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna get going on this thing. I'm really hyped to dive into the series and catch you on the next one.